What is the Ep.skis, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the GxGamerCast. We're on episode 201 of my little gaming show where once a week I just have to talk about video games, whether they're new video games that I'm playing today, old video games that I grew up with, it doesn't matter, video games. And today we are taking a look at one of my favorite franchises in existence, definitely my favorite racing franchise in existence, and that is Forza Horizon 6, where we finally get to go to Japan. We have been waiting for this, since the first or second Horizon game? Everyone's like, oh, we got to do Tokyo Drift. We got to do Tokyo. And we finally, after over a decade this franchise has been going, we finally get to visit Japan and we get to answer the question, was it worth the wait? So we'll be doing that today and reviewing Forza Horizon 6 in its entirety. I've gotten pretty much everything done in the game. I got most of the races done. I finished all the bands. I finished all the showcases. I got all the collectibles. I got all the cars. Well, not every single car, but all the collectible cars anyway. So I think it is time to review this game. But before we get into the review and all that jargon, let me discuss what I've been up to over the last week or so. As I always encourage you, the viewer, the listener, let me know what y'all have been up to over whatever amount of time. It doesn't matter. We're officially in summer now. So let me know, what are your favorite summer themed games? There's not very many summer themed games, but I feel like racing games generally fall nicely into that category because you're just driving, the wind in your hair, and I don't know. I think racing games fall pretty nicely into the summer category. But let me know, what kind of games do you like to play in the summertime? Are you an RPG person? Personally, I do RPGs in like the colder seasons, but I'm down for an RPG pretty much any time. And of course, what movies have you seen lately? Is there any good movies going on out there right now that I should be watching? Because there's a lot of movies out there, so give me your recommendations. And of course, what TV shows have you dived into recently? Me, personally, I'm always watching Survivor, so my wife and I have been watching Survivor season 25 we're on now, and I'm getting scared because we're getting close to running out of Survivor seasons to watch. I mean, I'm always down to rewatch them, but we're running out of like new seasons to watch. And this season, interesting concept, they brought back 3 people that previously got injured on the show and had their game cut short. So bringing them back for a little bit of redemption is an interesting concept. The people that they brought back were maybe not the greatest choices, but they brought back a guy that was from like season 2. He burned himself alive pretty much, so he's back. And that guy, I think his name is Mike, and he is just the most injury-prone guy. There was a whole episode where he was just fucking himself up. He cut his finger, he cut his foot open, he got a coconut in the head, he smashed his goggles in his face and cut his face open. I'm like, dude, this guy, no wonder he fell face first into a fire. This guy is just asking for it his whole life. So that guy's been pretty interesting. They brought back Jonathan, who is I don't know. I like Jonathan. He's all right. He's a very hard player. Like, he plays the game very hard, and he's always strategizing, trying to get a group together, and always trying to weasel his way through to the next spot of the game. But he's a pretty respectable player. Like, he plays the game very hard, and you got to respect that. But I don't know if he's gonna win this one either. All those guys have a target on their back. They already took out one. So we're already quite far into the season. I'm really enjoying it. It's Survivor, so I love Survivor. That's all I'm watching right now is Survivor. I don't know, I get into waves where I only want to watch Survivor, and that's kind of all and it's such a great summer show. Like, come on, you're on this deserted island on this fucking paradise, and it's just like, it's like living vicariously through the people in the show that I'm on this vacation with them. Like, I'm on the beach and it's nice and there's nice water that I can go swimming in. Not around here in Ontario. There's a lot of unswimmable waters around here, so it's kind of hard to find a place to swim. Regardless, I would like to do some swimming this summer because it is getting hot, and I guess I'll announce that I did just get central air installed in our house, so that is pretty awesome. I won't be sweating my balls off this summer, and I won't be, forced to use a fan and all that stuff. No way, Jose. Now, we're living in luxury now. All right, let's talk video games. So I did play some Forza Horizon, still playing Forza Horizon 6. There's still races available to me. They have the big races, the big epic races that go around like the whole entire map. Been doing a few of those. They're pretty long, but yeah, just doing some racing because there's really not much else left for me to do. I did all the PR stunts. We're going to talk about all the stuff you can do in this game and of course. So, yes, been playing Horizon 6, still playing it a little bit. It's not like my main squeeze right now. Just kind of, I don't know, I'm honestly in a little bit of a gamer funk right now where I haven't been able to start up anything substantial. I've been starting up some PC games with my buddies, Jetty and Luke and stuff like that. We've been playing some PC games, but haven't really gotten my teeth sunk into anything substantial in a little bit here, and I'm struggling to get into something. Like, I have Final Fantasy Rebirth downloaded, and it's just sitting there looking at me, and I'm like, oh, that's a big 40 to 60 hour undertaking right there, Final Fantasy game. Am I in the mood for that? And honestly, I just don't think I am right now in the summer when it's just, there's nice days out there and you just want to get that. I've also been going back to school, so I've been doing schooling, so my gaming time has been limited a little bit here, so it is what it is, but in a little bit of a funk right now. I'm thinking that I might need to go down the indie route, find some short, fun indie games that I can get into and just kind of get the ball rolling a little bit. So if you have any nice little indie games, something short, 2 to 3, 4 hours, something like that, maybe something you can beat in a day or a sitting, just get that endorphin going and shit like that. I don't know. I just don't feel like taking down a big game right now. And Final Fantasy is exactly that. It's a big game. And I need to like re-educate myself on the story of that game because I haven't played the first part of Final Fantasy in a long time, so I'd like to kind of get caught up before I get into Rebirth, but it's sitting there. It's just sitting there. All right, so what else have we been playing? Of course, been playing Rocket League. Oh boy, I have been struggling in Rocket League this week, bro. I don't know what is going on. Like, I'm scoring goals, like I'm getting some balls in the net. I'm just still struggling with the aerial aspect of the game. I've been practicing and trying to get some reps in, doing the training, and it just doesn't really it doesn't train you for what is in the real game. Like, the ball is not just going to be sitting there waiting for you to be hit like all the time. That is just not a thing. You don't have boost all the time. So I'm struggling in game to like really get adjusted and trying to figure out how to hit that ball in the air, how to hit the ball on the walls and stuff like that. It's one of those games, man. It's really easy to get into, but it is incredibly hard to master. Like, I am struggling. I'm still having bad games. I'm still playing against people that are substantially better than me, but I'm trying out there, and I'm still loving some Rocket League, so still playing a lot of Rocket League. What else have we been playing? We dove into 7 Days to Die. So the Steam Summer Sale is going on right now. We found a game that it sounded really interesting to me. Like, it's a survival game with zombies, obviously, but they show up like once every 7 days. So every 7 days you got to fight off a wave. Admittedly, our first foray into this game was a little bit shaky, a little bit rocky. Jesse in particular was having a hard time getting going. I did okay. I got my weapons, I got my armor, and I'm slaughtering some zombies. I'm getting some resources. And then I went into a building that had, I shit you not, probably about 15 to 20 zombies in it. I started on the top floor. Second I walked in there, they all woke up. I went downstairs, 10 more woke up, and I got absolutely slaughtered. I lost everything, so I pretty much got to start from scratch. And, you know, that happens sometimes when you're playing survival games. You get caught with your pants down, and that's exactly what happened to me. And I lost everything, and there's no way I'm going to be able to get it all back because there's like 20 zombies in that building, and that's just way too much for me to handle right now, which sucks because I had weapons, I had lots of resources, and we're just about to get started on building like some sort of fortress or some sort of base that we can start establishing ourselves, and then that happened and everything fell apart. So I don't know how we're going to continue with this game, if it's a refundable game or if we're going to keep playing it. I'm enjoying it. I like it. I think it's pretty cool. There is a lacking of objectives and stuff to do other than surviving. Like, you have a survival guide, and it's like telling you, okay, craft this, do this, you're getting XP and gaining stuff. So there is like objectives. There's just no like goal that we found just yet. So you wake up with a note and you're naked and you have no resources. Someone robbed you and you just have nothing. So I don't know. It's an interesting game. I'm digging it. Wouldn't mind getting back into it today. We'll see what happens. Other than that, we finished off Subnautica 2. That was a good time. It was short because it's just the preview, so it's not the full entire game, but we got through whatever the game was offering. It was fun. Like, I enjoyed making the big base and collecting resources. The exploration underwater was excellent, absolutely excellent. Some of the best exploration I've ever experienced in a game since like Fallout, man. Like Fallout just had so much to explore and so much shit to look into, and Subnautica definitely has a lot of that going on for it. So if you're looking for a really good exploration type of game, Subnautica, well, you might want to wait for Subnautica 2, like the full release to come out, because the game preview, it doesn't have everything accessible to you. You may just want to purchase Subnautica 1, even though you can only play that game single player. I've been playing Subnautica 1 as well, and everything was going well in that game until my base caved in on itself and flooded, and I lost everything. So I haven't touched the game since that happened, and I don't know if I'm going to go back to it, because that just really fucking sucks. I would have to rebuild my whole entire base, get everything out of it, and then try and figure out what the hell went wrong. Like, I don't know, I put in one too many windows, I guess, and the whole freaking thing collapsed in on itself. Water was coming in from numerous locations. It was a fucking disaster. It was a nightmare, and I couldn't stop it. I had no way to stop it. Just everything was gone. So everything that I've worked up for has been for naught. So that, not very satisfying, but all the good things about Subnautica are there in Subnautica 1. I will admit there are some quality of life things that they have improved on in Subnautica 2 that are major wins, like little things like being able to access all your resources within your storage. You can't do that in Subnautica 1. You have to have it on you at all times, which is not awesome. So there's some things that are shortcomings in Subnautica 1 that are keeping me away from it, but regardless, it's still a good little game. I got it for like $5, and I think I got $5 worth out of it anyway, so it was a pretty good little time, and I'm excited for Subnautica 2, its full release to come out. We'll definitely be diving back into that. Other than that, started playing, or we continued playing Raven's Watch, still playing that game, enjoying it. We tried the harder difficulty and got our asses absolutely kicked. Couldn't even get through the first boss. So it was quite the challenge indeed. But I enjoy the game. It's like Diablo, a roguelike Diablo, where you're picking a character and you're getting perks and different strategies for every run. You can go damage build, you can go defense, you can go health, you can go anything that the game throws at you. Like, you only get so many options to pick from, so you just kind of go with the flow. Like, all right, if it's giving me a lot of power options, I'm going power build, and if it's giving me a lot of defensive options, go defensive build, and you can continue these builds. It's a lot of fun. It's a little bit repetitive because it's the same map. I've said this numerous times, but it's the same map over and over again. It doesn't really change. Like, the locations change, but everything kind of feels the same each run. So I wish there was a little bit more variety in the map and the locations that we were in, but you get 3, so it's pretty good. And you get a lot of characters. The homie Jesse just downloaded Merlin, the wizard, and he's a pretty complicated character, so I don't know anything about him. I didn't purchase him, so I don't know how he goes, but I've been really enjoying the Snow Queen and Beowulf and Wukong. Those have been some fun ones, but I highly recommend this game. If you like roguelikes, if you like Diablo, this is a fantastic little game. The art style, the music is excellent, so I keep praising this game, and I will continue to as long as I'm still playing it, and I am. And we also started up an oldie, but still a pretty goodie, and that is Sanctum 2. Now, I just love the concept of this game. It's a first-person shooter, tower defense game, which is just really unique to me. I don't see very many of these out there. Not very many tower defense games in general, so I played one not long ago, Pixel Junk Monsters. It was okay. It was a little primitive, a little flash gamey, but Sanctum 2 has a little more meat on the bone, and it does show its age a little bit. It is an old game. It's from the people that make Goat Simulator, I do believe. So it's fun, man. Like, you sit there, you pick a map, and you got like this open layout, and you can kind of set the path for them, and you can make strategies and try and block them off and funnel them into certain areas and just fuck them up. And they come from multiple areas, and it's pretty chaotic. So it was a little bit of fun. We played it for like an hour before my PC crapped out, and I had to reboot everything and restart all the stuff, and there it is. We only played a little bit, but played a little Sanctum 2. And also, the Steam Summer Sale is on, like I said, so give me the recommendations right now. Is a great time because everything's on sale pretty much. So if you have any fun indie games, you have any fun co-op games that are on Steam only, hit me up with recommendations, please and thank you. I really need them. And I've also been picking up free games from like Epic. I got Citizen Sleeper. I got this like Rogue Beat Agent thing. I got Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, the complete edition. I'm pretty damn excited about that one. I've never played Roller Coaster Tycoon before. I love Planet Coaster. Played the shit out of Planet Coaster 1 and 2. So I'm really excited to get into a game that inspired those games and see what's going on with it. And it includes like all the DLC. It's the fully complete package, and I've been eyeing up this package for quite some time now. I've been wanting to pick it up on Switch, but it's free on PC right now if you have Epic Games. And there's also free games on Amazon free games thing. So sorry about the awkward cut. My PC just completely shut off, so I got completely cut off there. Regardless, there's more free games. I think there's like Fallout and stuff like that. So regardless, there's a lot of free games out there on PC that I need to be getting my hands on, and hopefully I will be over the whatever amount of time, while they're free, so I need to be taking advantage of that. All right, so that's everything I've been up to. Let me know what y'all have been up to, and let's get into it, y'all. Let's talk about Forza Horizon 6, released on May 19th, 2026 by Playground and Turn 10 Games. Oh baby, Forza Horizon 6. I'm so happy this game's finally in my hands. I finally played it. It took forever to get here, but we're going to answer that question. Was it worth the wait? So we'll get into that. But if you don't know what Forza Horizon is, it's a racing game. An open world racing game where it mixes together story mode, races, different kinds of races, and PR stunts, and just little miscellaneous things you can do online, and just mixes it all together in a fabulous setting, this one being Japan, of course, and you just are given the free reins to go drive wherever you want, do whatever you want, and just make your own fun. It's all available to you. Like, you have tons of races and PR stunts available to you at the start of the game, and more and more and more unlock as you play through the story of this game. It is excellent. It is a lot of fun. It is my favorite racing franchise in existence. It's my favorite racing game in existence, and I love these Horizon games. I've been addicted to them ever since the first one. I bought it, and I originally was playing the original Forza games. I started on Forza Motorsport 2. That was one of the first Xbox 360 games I owned, and I really enjoyed it. It took me a while to get used to the sim racing because I was used to Mario Karts and arcade racers and stuff like that. So it took me a little bit of time to get used to it. And I would say that there is a good mixture of simulation and arcade racing in Horizon. It also has the accessibility options out the yin-yang, so you can customize this game to make it as hard and hardcore simulation as you want, or you can make it as easy and more arcadey if you want it to be that way. It is more of a simulation racer, so if you're not into that, Forza Horizon may not be for you. I would definitely suggest that Forza, the motorsport games, are not for you. But the Horizon games, you may still find some fun here because they're not as hardcore as the motorsport games. So just throwing that out there. They also always have excellent DLC packages I can't wait for. We're going to get the Hot Wheels and maybe some Lego or maybe something else. I don't know. Last time it was like rally racing, and they always do Hot Wheels, so you always have the Hot Wheels to look forward to. Regardless, that's a conversation for a different day. So you finally get to go to Japan and to take on some of the best drivers in the world, be that online or in the game. The game offers a pretty intense AI situation. I may have a slight complaint with it that it is a little... The jump from like normal to highly skilled is quite the jump. Like, the drivers get extremely aggressive. They barely make any mistakes. You know, they always have the perfect turns, the perfect lines, and it's a kind of a drastic jump. So I find myself playing on like the normal difficulty now because, I don't know, I was playing on highly skilled and it was just getting a little too sweaty, a little too greasy with the AI. Like, they're bumping into me, they're running me off the road. So I don't know, they need to adjust that a little bit. in terms of difficulty, but and there's so many accessibility options. I mean, as always, you start out this game with the classic badass Horizon intro, racing against all forms of vehicles on your way to the festival. It has become a staple of the franchise to start the game out this way. Epic jumps and crazy sight lines. It's just awesome. Introduces you to the world that you're going to be playing in. And of course, you get to create your driver, which have some very impressive options in terms of accessibility and just customization. So everyone feels included here. You know, they have hearing aids you could put in, prosthetics, so you can have different limbs, and like you can have a prosthetic arm and a leg, or just a leg. So they have all those kind of options as well, which the first time they did that really blew me away. Like, I had never seen accessibility options like that in a create a character, where it was allowing anyone that has any disability, they feel welcome here in Horizon, which is excellent. And then you get to select a car. I think you only get to choose between 3 cars at the beginning. Start your collection off with a nice free car. You get to customize your license plate, which I always like. I always like doing that. I put mine as Riblet. That's the name of my cat, my first cat. So he is generally going to be on my license plate. So that is basically the intro of the game. You're set free. You are going out collecting wristbands so you can unlock more races, harder races. Like, they'll get a little progressively more difficult as the game goes along and introduces you to more of the game. So let's get into it. Let's start with the graphics and performance of the game. So I'm playing this on Xbox Series S. I don't have an X, so I'm not playing on the best hardware available to me. So I do have some drawbacks here. Quite a bit of load times on the Series S, I will admit. They're not egregious. They're not like in the minutes or anything like that. There's just plenty full of load times. So there's a lot of little load times. Like, I wouldn't even say they're bad enough that I need to take out my phone and look at shit. Like, I could sit there, take a drink of my drink, and we're probably ready to go after the loading is done. So it's not like a big negative or anything, but if you are planning on buying a series, whatever, maybe look into the X, because I have seen some drawbacks, some setbacks to the Series S, though it is extremely affordable. I will admit that. I think I paid $250, $350 for mine, and I think that's very affordable. It came with like 10 games and shit like that, so it was a very affordable deal. I literally couldn't say no. So there is that. In terms of graphics, the game is gorgeous, as always. Cars look amazing. There's tons of varieties to the cars. Like, the details on the cars are absolutely ridiculous. Like, if you're a true gearhead and you are familiar with these cars, I'm not. Like, I don't drive cars for a living. I don't work on cars for a living like my homie Kyle. Like, he's an actual mechanic, and he is a little more familiar with cars. And, like, the details in the cars are immaculate. Like, they're absolutely unbelievable. Like, every car looks and feels and drives like the car it's supposed to be. They all feel a little bit different. They look different. You can customize them fully and do paint jobs. You can get under the hood and do all that shit too. I'm not much into that, but you can go right on ahead and do all that stuff. The weather effects in this game, I don't know if I like them or if it's really annoying. Like, I think it's supposed to be annoying because, like, rain affects your vision, so it makes things blurry and it makes it harder to see. And I know that's kind of what it's supposed to be going for. It's supposed to be doing simulations, so it's supposed to be a little blurry. It's supposed to be harder to see when it's raining, but honestly, it just felt like overly blurry. Now, that might be a drawback to the Series S and just my hardware that I currently have right now. It may not be the highest tier stuff, and I may not be pushing its limits by any means, but I thought some of the weather effects were a little bit off. Like, I don't know, the rain effects especially kind of were just a little too blurry for me, but the details on the rain were spectacular. Like, they're beating off of the windshield. They're beating off of your car. You can see the little waters just streaking by. Like, it looks realistic. It's really quite impressive. And, yeah, all I can say is that the rain makes it really hard to see, but that's kind of what it's going for, right? So I don't know if I can really make that into a negative, or I don't know. It's just kind of my opinion on it. I don't like it when it rains. I would rather be driving when it's nice and sunny and bright and colorful and all that stuff. Speaking of colorful, the game changes seasons, giving the world a whole makeover. Each changing of the seasons, so you go from winter to spring, which is excellent. Now, personally, I think I went through all the seasons. They don't go like by actual time. Like, it's not actually summer in the game, I don't think, right now. I don't know what season they're in, but it changes like I think once a week it might change the season, but it changes the aspect of the game, especially when you go to winter, because now you got snow on the road, you got to equip your snow tires, and like the whole dynamics of driving have changed now because the road is slippery, and it takes that into effect. So it does feel different when you're driving in different seasons, and you have to deal with rain and snow and sleet and so on and so forth. So it's rather impressive. I especially love spring because of the incredible cherry blossoms. I am a die-hard cherry blossom fan. I think they're the most gorgeous tree ever, and they only blossom for like a little period of time each year, so take it in while you can, and you get to take it in this game. There's tons of cherry blossoms and petals on the road and little details like that. Very, very impressive. Now, one thing that I feel like the Horizon games have always been lacking in is car destruction. So don't get me wrong, they have, like, if you fucking fly your car off of a mountain cliffside and you smash it in the ground, there's going to be some cosmetic damage to the car, of course, but it's nowhere to the details of a game like Burnout, where Burnout, you smash into a car and you send that car flying, and you see pieces of the car flying all over the place, and just pure destruction on a totally different scale. Horizon doesn't get to that level, in my opinion. I've always been, I don't know, I played Burnout Paradise back in the day and was just blown away by the takedowns and just the destruction and all that stuff. Even in games like MotorStorm, I feel like there's a little more cosmetic destruction detail in those games. Now, I don't know why they shy away from it in Forza Horizon. Like, if I am driving a car fucking 270 miles per hour and I smash it directly into a median, like, that car should no longer exist. It should be deleted from existence. It should just be absolutely destroyed. And that doesn't happen in these games. You don't get that level of destruction. So that's kind of a drawback. I've always been waiting for them to, embrace the destruction, let the cars get fucked up, like, have total wreckages, and just, like, embrace that, like, make a point system out of it. Do it like in Skate, how you have the Hall of Meat, like, embrace it, like, let people crash their cars and fuck them up and do amazing things to the car and see how much damage, like, maybe you don't have to pay for it or anything, but just see, like, how much cosmetic damage you cause. Like, wow, that's, $400,000 in cosmetic damage I just caused to this car. Like, I think those details would be really cool to have in Forza Horizon. I'm still looking for it. I don't know if I'm ever going to get it, but it's something that is lacking. But otherwise, the game is absolutely gorgeous. The cars look amazing. The setting is stunning. The weather effects are fantastic, aside from the blurriness of the rain. Other than that, I don't really have many complaints. Let's go to sound design. So you have the radio DJs in this game are fantastic. They're extremely entertaining. The radio in this game, bro. The radio is fucking god tier. I love listening to music in this game. They have so many varieties of music to listen to. You got dance music, you got rap music, hard rock, house music, classical music. Actually, I think they took out the classical music. Local Japanese station, that's a new one. So you can listen to, like, local Japanese radio and hear, like, Japanese and more Japanese artists and stuff like that. I found that one very entertaining. Alternate pop, punk, you got 80s, you got electronica. Like, the soundtrack is absolutely incredible. I love the soundtrack in this game. It's amazing. The only problem is it's all licensed music. And that's a drawback to the Forza Horizon games, is that it is licensed, heavily licensed video game. And what does that mean? Well, it means that they have car licenses, so they're using real cars. There's truly Lamborghinis in this game. There's truly Ford. There's truly Mitsubishi. There's truly Mercedes. There's all the real cars are in this game. There's no Bjord. There's no Chrysler. There's no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So they have the real cars, which means they purchase the real licenses to these cars to use in their game. Now, the drawback to that is these games go off market after 2 years. So once the next two Horizon, not after 2 years, but after the next two games, they delete the previous games. So you can't play Horizon 1 through 5, I think, anymore. They're gone because of the licensing. they don't want to keep paying for licensing. The newer games are out. Play the newer games. That's what they're telling you. So there is that drawback to licensing. But I must admit, the mixture of music in this game is so phenomenal. I get addicted to radio stations. I get into Pulse. I get into the metal station. I get into probably, like, honestly, I usually get into the metal station the most. I think I was into the pop punk and the dance music the most because it just goes with driving so good, like boots, and you're just like, oh, I'm just driving, I'm going fucking 200,000 kilometers an hour, I'm just ripping, and it's just a good time. It's an amazing soundtrack. I absolutely adore it. It's a little tricky for me to put music in this episode. I'm just going to put licensed music in. I don't make money off of this podcast by any means, so if they want to flag it, if they want to try and monetize, go right ahead. I'm not making any money off of this, so be my guest. So I'm going to use licensed music. I really love the fact that they put Baby Metal in here. I think that's the name of the song, or is that the band? Baby Metal. I think they're called Baby Metal. It's one of the few Japanese artists that I'm like actually familiar with. Like I can actually be like, oh, I know them. I know some of their songs, and Gimme Chocolate is in this game. First time I heard it, I just paused and like absorbed that. I was like, oh, of course. They had to put some Baby Metal in here. It's absolutely fantastic. It works so well. And all the music works so well in this game. In terms of sound design, it is excellent. The cars sound amazing. They all sound different. They all have their own, and they do all that kind of stuff. They all sound very unique. There's a lot of very interesting sounding cars. Like they have the fucking Halo Warthog is in this game. You can drive a Warthog, and it is just an absolute tank of a freaking vehicle. I have one. It's slow as hell, but it is a powerhouse. You can just plow through things and just dominate people that way. But everything sounds really good. The sound effects are excellent. So let's get into the gameplay now. So like I said, you are free to roam the massive map of Japan and do whatever you want, whenever you want to do it, except Legends Island. That's later. There's a little piece of island down there that you can't access until you become a legend, and it's a very small piece of land. It's not that big of a deal, but there's a lot going on that little piece of land, so you want to get to legend status and get yourself going. So how do you do that? Well, the main goal is to qualify for showcases, and the showcases are always like you versus a bullet train, you versus a fucking spaceship, you versus pilots in a freaking what do you call those? Aerial vehicles and so on and so forth. You're going up against other vehicles that are really fast and so on and so forth. So to qualify for those shows, you got to collect new wristbands, rank up, and unlock more races, stunts, and story missions. So we'll talk about all that in detail in a moment. So basically the game starts you out with like, okay, here's a half dozen races, here's a few PR stunts, here's a story mission to go do, and doing that will unlock the next level, getting you more races, so on and so forth. So that's kind of the loop that you're going for right here. You got a variety of race types. You got cross country, where you're literally going on road, off-road, through the bushes, into the waters. Like you're just doing all sorts of shit in cross country. You're going on pretty much anything but road at that point. There is a little bit of road. You got dirt racing, which is pretty self-explanatory, kind of like rally races. They're a lot of fun as well. You have street races, pretty self-explanatory as well. Driving on roads, you got more tight turns, you got higher speeds and so on and so forth. So the street races can get pretty wild. You can use like really, really, really fast cars. Like they have the car rating system from, I think it goes all the way down to D, all the way up to R, I believe is the highest rated car you can have in Forza Horizon. Then there's like S1, S2, A, B, so on and so forth. So all those cars, depending on how many modifications they have in them, they will be classed under whatever category they will be classed under. So we have all those different, you have series, all can be done co-op or competitively online as well. So you can sit there, get a friend together. I didn't, I just played single player on this one this time around. The homie Kyle was way ahead of me. So by the time I got my hands on the game, I didn't know that we got the special edition where you can get to it early. But regardless, that's whatever. It is whatever it is. So you can do all that online cooperatively. That's excellent. So you can got lots of replayability. Like you can replay any race at any time. You can fast travel in this game. The fast travel is so much better than it used to be in the Horizon games. You actually used to have to pay to fast travel in the game, which wasn't overly expensive. It was just like, why? Like, why do I have to pay when it's such a massive map and I want to go all the way over there? I don't want to drive fucking 10 miles to go to this race. Like, just let me, as long as I've driven on that road, you can fast travel to any spot on the map as long as you've driven that road. Or yeah, so that's all the limitations there are to fast travel. The fast travel is really good. I don't have any problems with it. I mean, they reward you for just driving the roads. Like, that's part of the goal of the game, is to drive every road in the game, which is, I don't think I've ever personally done it in a Horizon game, because there's like 700 roads in the game, so that's a lot. So aside from the street racing, you have PR stunts, which are probably my favorite. I love doing PR stunts, aside from drifting. I fucking hate the drifting. I'm so bad at it. I don't like doing the drifting very much. It's okay. Like, it reminds me of my struggles with Need for Speed Shift, I think it was, which was like kind of a drifting racing game. I'm not good at drifting. I just never really have been. Like, I can do the PR stunts. I can get most of them to 3 stars, and that's the objective on these PR stunts, is to get star ratings, 1, 2, or 3. You want to get 3 to fully complete it. And they also have like seasonal PR stunts where, say in spring, they want you to do a jump with a Mitsubishi A-class car. It's like an extra challenge if you want to go for it. It doesn't have anything to do with your actual PR stunt progression. There's their own regular challenge for that. But you have drifting, which is pretty self-explanatory. It'll give you a stretch of road that is very driftable, and you can drift the shit out of it. You can go crazy, try and rack up as many points as you can. That's the goal, is to rack up points. So, I don't know. I'm hit and miss with drifting. I always have a drifting specialized car specifically used for drifting, and it's got all the modifications necessary to be a good drifting car, and I tend to do pretty good. But every fucking Horizon game, there is one drift where it is so long, it is such a massive road to drift, and it's so easy to spin out and lose control and fuck up the whole challenge. That's what drives me crazy about it. That one I wanted nothing to do with. I did it one time. I took the score that I got, and I'm like, I'm good. Like, I'm not even going to try and get 3 stars on this one, because admittedly, some of the PR stunts don't feel like they were tested properly. There's a few of them out there that were just fucking damn near impossible. Like, one that is just ringing in my mind right now, it was a speed trap, and you had to launch yourself around this building. There's like a little road, and it goes around this huge stadium. You got to ride around that stadium and literally launch yourself out across the road, jump over this thing, go through a parking lot, go through a track set, and you got to just nail this freaking little spot on this dirt road. And I was like, who thought up the idea on this small patch of road that you need to go like fucking 180 miles per hour on a dirt fucking road? Like, cars just don't go that fast on dirt roads. So there's a few of them out there that didn't feel tested. That's just a few of them. Just a few of them felt like I was like, what are they thinking on this one? Like, what do you expect me to do? Like, there's so little room for error on some of them. Like, anyway, so you have drifting, you have the speed traps like I talked about. They're pretty self-explanatory. It's just, there's a trap on the road. They need you to hit a specific kilometer or mile per hour number on that speed trap, whether it be fucking 270 miles per hour or fucking 90 miles per hour, but it's on this like kind of rickety road where you got some turns and shit like that, so it's a little bit challenging. Then you have speed zones. So speed zones will be like a little dirt road or a little patch of road that you got to keep an average speed on. So you can fly up to it. Like, that's the strategy, is just to try and fly up to it as fast as possible and get that speed boost, and then like work your way through it. Some of those were really fucking challenging as well, especially some of the dirt road ones where it's like, you got this little dirt road, they want you to hit like 90 miles per hour, but there's also a perfect fucking 90-degree angle turn that you got to do, which you have to pretty much stop the car completely to do it. And it's like, damn, dude, like you gotta really be a gearhead and know what you're doing with the tuning of the car. Me, I just go online. You can download tune-ups, like, you can do all that. I'll get into that in a little bit, but we're talking PR stunts right now. So you have the speed zones. They're pretty fun. Like, just some of them were a real fucking pain in the ass. Now, my favorite one is probably danger signs. They're very fun. Literally just hit a jump and try and hit the meters. Try and go as far as they like, okay, we want you to go 800 meters on this jump. Fuck, vroom, off I go. Boom, there goes 800 meters. I'm gone. And those are a lot of fun. I really enjoy doing those. And I pretty much got all the PR stunts done with one car. I think it was the Ultima. I love that car. It was my baby. I had it fully customized, and it could do anything. It can do dirt roads. It could do fucking highest speeds possible. It was just the most versatile little car. I absolutely adored it. That was my baby. And of course, my other baby, and in every Forza Horizon game, is the 1969 Ford Mustang. Boss edition, whatever edition, it doesn't matter. Just give me a 1969 Ford Mustang. That is my dream car that I've always wanted. I'll never own it, but I always own one in Forza Horizon, so I always have to have that car. So you have PR stunts. What else can you do in this game, you may be asking? Well, you have story missions, which usually blend different PR stunts together through cinematic chapters, like touring across Japan, drifting down mountainsides, taking some sick pictures. They're okay. I'm not usually the biggest fan of the story mode stuff because it's a little dry. Like, a lot of it is like, all right, just follow me to this location. You drive nice and peacefully to somewhere. Then they're like, okay, here, we're going to do something now. We want you to race. We want you to drift. We want you to hit this speed trap. We want you to hit this jump. And they all have chapters, and they all have like star ratings to do. So they'll have parameters like, all right, we want you to finish this in 2 minutes. We want you to hit 750 meters on this jump. We want you to hit 50,000 points in a combo, because you can just combo shit together by just driving, clean racing, drafting, drifting, going high speeds. You'll start to build together a combo and build up points, which can rank you up, and you can get wheel spins. We'll talk about that a little later, but yeah, the story missions are fine. Like, there's quite a few of them to do. They're kind of slow paced. They're not the best. And speaking of not the best, they also have these new jobs you can do. The only one that I saw was making food deliveries, and you can do that for some extra money, but the money was so little and the task was so tedious and just not that fun. Like, you're literally delivery driving, so I did that for a living for a little bit there, and it wasn't like the funnest thing, and it wasn't the most financially rewarding job, I will admit. So I didn't really feel the need to do a lot of. I did it once just to test it out and be like, okay, what is this? And it wasn't anything special, so they didn't really add in a lot to this game that is, game-changing, game-breaking, or anything like that. Like, there's nothing really bad that they added, but there's nothing, like, overly good that I noticed either. They also have the Anna system. She's your GPS. She's a little more hands-on than she used to be. She can call you by your name now, which I found a little bit disturbing. She's just like, hello, Brandon. I'm like, oh, God, okay. She used to call me brother in the other games. I don't think my name was in the other games, but now my name is in the game and she calls me by my name. Kind of creeps me out, but it is what it is. And you can use the GPS system, like, after a race. You can use the GPS system. It'll recommend you the next closest race or the next closest PR stunt. It'll recommend you things to do. You could turn it off. Like, I ended up just turning it off because I wanted to do what I wanted to do. I didn't want the game to tell me what to do next, so I just went on my own. You can completely do that. That's utterly and completely fine. You can turn it off, but you can also do, like, autopilot. It'll drive you to wherever you're going, which I think defeats the purpose of playing a racing game if you don't want to drive, so you know what I'm saying? So I never used that personally. And holy crap. So let's talk about the cars. You can create a massive collection of cars in this game. Like I said, there are so many cars. And like I said, each car has its own feel, can be fully customized, like paint jobs. And that you can do that on your own. You can paint a car on your own if you want to, or you can go online, check out what people have been throwing up online, and you see some crazy shit, man. Like, I saw, what is it, fucking McQueen or whatever, that fucking car from Cars, the red guy, someone made that completely in the game with the eyes and everything. I was like, what is going on? You see police cars, you see Monster energy drink cars all over the place, freaking. Oh, it is insane. You got like full anime girls and stuff like that on the cars. I'm like, what are people doing with some of these cars? Then of course you have like just cool designs, like a purple fading into a black, and just a pure black and straight purples, and just lots of really great art artistic people in this community that upload stuff on the regular, and you can, like I said, you can choose your own. You can choose from them and download it and like it and share it. You can create your own and share it online. It's a lot of customization in this game. And you can change cars anytime. You can only customize at the festival garage. So you can that's also fairly new to I don't know which one exactly they introduced that in, but that wasn't the case in the older games. You couldn't just change your car wherever you wanted. You had to drive to the festival site, change your car there, and then move on. Now you can change your car wherever you want. If you're stuck on a PR stunt, say you're at a danger sign and I need a faster car. Boom, change your car, no problem. It'll spawn you right there. You're good to go. Off you go, and you do your thing, and it's really simple. It's really excellent. And of course, you have the car customization. So my buddy is a gearhead. He's a licensed mechanic. He works at Honda, and he complained to me that they're still missing some stuff in this game. Now, I'm completely and utterly satisfied with the customization. You can change the shocks, the tires, the brakes, you could fully swap out the engines. You can do a whole lot of stuff. You can switch them from manual to automatic transmissions. You could switch them, like, you could just change all the stuff, the anti-roll bars, like literally all the car parts you can customize. Now, there's not really a lot to it other than, like, all right, I'm changing from my stock to a racing to a sports to a rally system. So there's not really a lot outside of that. Like, by no means have I played Car Mechanic Simulator, but I imagine Car Mechanic Simulator's got a little bit more under the hood, a little more detail and stuff like that, but you can change the settings on your tires. You can make them wider and thinner and give them different profiles, change their rims and color them and do all sorts of shit, man. There's an insane amount of stuff to do in this game. Me personally, I just go online, look up tunes, look up the highest rated ones, then those are probably the best ones, and they usually have them labeled for what their specific use is. Like, this is a street racing car build up, this is for rally racing, this is for PR stunts, this is for specifically this one and only PR stunt. Like, you can create some very customized tune-up setups, so there is all of that. Yeah, okay, so we talked about, like I said, there's numerous cars. We talked about the licensing, how you have the Fords, you have, like, all the recognizable cars are in here, and all the recognizable car types, they're all here, man. Like, every car, if your dream car is not in this game, then I don't know what to say. Like, that'd be pretty amazing, because I swear they have, like, every car known to man in this game. They may not have your car that you're driving day to day in this game, unless you have a pretty nice car, but, my car isn't in this game by any means. No way. They're not going to put the Hyundai accent in Horizon, but, hey, it'd be cool if they did. They have some pretty low-end cars in this game as well. So you can also find, there's a lot of collectibles in this game. You got the 9 new treasure cars using picture clues to locate them. Admittedly, my buddy bought the special edition where it shows you everything, so I didn't have to look them up, which looked really different. I tried the first one, and it was like, okay, here's a picture, it's near water, there's a bridge in the background, so you have, like, a little bit of an idea where it might be, but they are hard as fuck to find, man. Like, I wasn't even close to finding one. Then they just appeared on the map, and I just drove to them and unlocked all the cars. So you get some pretty spectacular cars that you can find just lying around, and you just steal them. They're like, oh, this person's not using it, I guess I'll just take it. Like, fuck you. You also have the classic barn finds. They also return with 15 new cars to find. So those are personally one of my favorite thing is the barn finds. Sorry, my cats are being fed right now. Can you hear it? They're probably running down the stairs right now, coming for it. All right, so you have the barn finds. Basically, you'll hear a rumor. They're like, oh, we heard about this barn find in this area. They'll put a big circle on your map, and you can go into that circle and start looking for that barn. And inside that barn is going to be a legendary car that is in dire need of some TLC, a little tender love and care, you know what I'm saying? So those cars get taken care of by a friend of yours in the game. They'll fix them up, and then in a few hours, you'll be driving that car and be loving it, and so on and so forth. And they have a lot of legendary cars, so they're really key. All right, what else do they got? You can level up in the game. So like I said, you're leveling up from finishing races, from completing PR stunts, from doing combos on the road. You know, you're smashing into shit. You're just creating combos. They have skill songs. So the DJ will be like, oh, we got a skill song going on. And then during that song, you get like ×2 on your bonuses and combos and shit like that. So just go absolutely crazy. When you level up, you get to spin the wheel for prizes, which is always a fun time. Spin the wheel, you can get credits to buy more cars or houses. I don't think I talked about that. Did I talk about that? So you also have customizable garages now. So you can buy houses in this game and make them your little set points. So whenever you start the game, you start at your little house and you can customize your cars there. And so the new thing they added was like customizing the garages. I just didn't feel the need to do that whatsoever. Like, it's the garage that I got was just filled with garbage. I'm like, well, I'm not cleaning all this up and setting up this. You can set up your cars, have them, looking all nice and everything, and you can place items like, oh, I'm gonna put a little couch here, and I'm gonna put a little table over here. You can do all that. I didn't think it was very good. I didn't like it very much. So it wasn't for me. I know there's probably some people that are making some pretty insane garages and doing some pretty crazy shit. You can also download them. You can go visit other people's garages and do all that shit. But I don't know, man. I didn't really jive with all that, so it is what it is. Also, I missed more collectibles. They have the smashable signs, so you have the XP boards. There's 200 of those out there, so they're all over the map. They're spread all over the place. Some of them are hidden really good, and some of them are on top of shit that is really, really hard to knock them down. I did get them all, but there were a few of them that were like, how the fucking fuck am I supposed to get up there? Like, there's some of them that are on top of buildings, on top of houses. One was on, like, a ski lift. I was like, how the fuck am I supposed to get up there? Some of them I had to look up and figure out, like, because I couldn't even find a jump. I couldn't find anywhere to get air, so I had to look some of these up, and some of them were pretty intense, man. I was like, I don't think I would have ever figured that out, but some of them are pretty intense. Then they have the mascots. There's 200 of these as well, and they're much, much easier to acquire. None of them are on roofs. None of them are fucking up in the air or anything like that. They're all on the ground, and they're pretty simple to find. They're very cute. Like, it's like a little mochi ball or a little rice ball or a little peas or a little cup of ramen, shit like that. Smash them up, you get some points, it's whatever. It's just a fun little collectible. I enjoyed them. I enjoyed the mascots. They were pretty fun. I do enjoy the challenge of the billboards because they put them in, like, really, some of them are in really hard to get locations, and they're kind of fun to figure out how to do it. You're like, oh, I gotta hit this jump at a specific way and at a specific speed to just nail the top of this house and just nail that board just perfectly. It's something, so that's pretty good. The wheel spins are pretty good. You can get cars, you can get your character is fully customizable, so you can change their pants and their hats and their glasses and put stuff on their wrists and gloves and total big outfits and all that shit. So that's all customizable. You got dances, like you can put little pre-dances while you're waiting in the lobby for races, and of course victory dances for when you win, and so on and so forth. So there's tons of customization in this game, and tons of racing and tons of shit to do. There's so much to unlock. Like, I was so overwhelmed that at points in this game with shit to do, I didn't know where to go. I was like, literally, and the map is fully customizable in meaning that you can, like, if you just want to focus on PR stunts, you can have just PR stunts on your map. You can have just races on your map. You can have just story mode stuff on your map. So whatever you're looking for, you can customize the map to make it whatever you're looking for. You don't have to have every single icon on the map at the same time, because it can get pretty overwhelming. There's a lot of shit to do. Like, you won't go more than 2 seconds without something to do in this game. Like, there'll be a board, there'll be a race to do, a PR stunt around the corner. Like, there's always something to do. Always something to do. And if you're not doing something, then you can listen to the excellent soundtrack that the game provides for you. So there is that. I think that's everything that I covered in this game, so we can go to the pros and cons now. So the things that I have beef with this game is the load times and crashes. There were a few crashes in the game and quite a bit of load times. Like I said, that's my fault. That's my hardware limitations. I don't have a Series X, so I'm still running with the S, so I'm going to have these drawbacks at times. Missing customization for gearheads. I'm talking like the serious gearheads, people that know what they're doing with cars. There apparently is still some limitations there where there's just some things that some gearheads would really love to see. I can't call them out exactly right now, but apparently there's some shit missing still. And some of the PR stunts seem untested. Like, some of them were just so ridiculously hard, and some of them were so ridiculously easy. It's like, there's a little bit of a balancing issue there. There's also a little bit of a balancing issue with the terms of Drivatar difficulty. So, like I talked about, there's a huge gap, a huge distance between just the regular mode and the highly skilled. They get really crazy. They're trying to run you off the road. They're bumping into you. They're trying to pit maneuver you all the fucking time. Like, they just nonstop pit maneuver you, and it's really annoying. And yeah, so there is that. Also didn't really enjoy the new aspects of the game. Like, the delivery system was lame. The customizing the garage was pretty lame. Like, I really didn't get into those new mechanics whatsoever. I gave them a try once, and I was like, it's kind of like the building thing wasn't very good. It was kind of it just didn't feel very snappy. It didn't feel very good. And then the delivery thing was just boring, straight up boring. Like, I was like, I don't want to deliver food to people for minimal money. I mean, I can do that in real life if I want to. All right, in terms of pros, there's lots of pros here. Graphics and presentation. The presentation of this game is phenomenal. I mean, the showcases are so badass. The slow-mos, the showcases they put on are excellent. They're so cool. There's so much to do in this game. There's hundreds and hundreds of races and PR stunts and story mode stuff to do, collectibles, cars to customize. You can lose hundreds of hours in this game. Me personally, I only clocked in under 40 hours in this game so far, and there's not a lot left for me to do aside from races and completing PR stunts. Then I can go online and do as much as I want online. They have games online you can play. I personally haven't dived into online yet. I did in the previous Forza games. I dove in online and played some games. They're pretty fun, but overall, I just didn't get into the online this time around, so maybe another time we can talk about online if I get into it. Crazy amount of cars to customize and play with, and they all feel different. Every car, unless you customize them the same way, like you put the same engine swap in the car, then they're going to start sounding the same and feeling the same because you're putting the same tune-up in them all the time. But most of the cars out of the box, like stock cars, sound different, feel different from any other car. It's quite something. Amazing. Awesome soundtrack. I absolutely adore the music in this game. It is phenomenal. I love the setting of Japan. It really, it's amazing, man. It's really amazing. The mountains, the snow, the cherry blossoms, it's maybe not the best one. I still think Australia might be the best location we've been to so far. It was just so much fun. But Japan is up there for sure. Tight driving controls, obviously. We gotta talk about how tight the driving is in this game. It's excellent. I don't have a driving wheel or anything, so I was just using my controller. I had no real complaints with the controller. It feels good. You can fully, like I said, you can customize the way, like you can make it a manual shift if you want. I always put the manual shift on because I like shifting the car. It makes me feel like a man. And so there is that. Tons of accessibility options and lots of customization options for the cars, your character, the way that you play, like tons of customization, which is excellent. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything. Let's score this sumbitch and send you on your way. And, of course, I will answer the question, was it worth the wait? Yeah, I think it was worth the wait. Even though it took them a little too long, personally, to get to Japan, we're finally here. Now, I do have a thing. I have a little thing. I'm a little burnt out with Forza Horizon at this point with the game because I think they've just peaked. I think they peaked a little earlier in the franchise, like maybe Horizon 2 or 3. That's where it was like everything came together for that franchise and everything was working flawlessly. And there's really, I don't know what else they can add to this game aside from destruction that will really take it to a new level. Like, I think if they can building destruction, start doing destruction derbies, and having like takedown races like in Burnout where you're actually trying to wipe out each other, and like I think that would be really fun. Add a Rocket League mode in this game, like just let us drive our cars in a fucking soccer arena with a big ball and just let us score on each other. That'd probably be a lot of fun. Might be copyright infringement, but there is that. Regardless, I feel I got the least out of this Horizon game than I did out of all the other ones, which is interesting because I was very excited for this game. Like I said, I am in a bit of a gamer funk right now where I'm just like not overly feeling like gaming a lot right now, which it happens. I get these modes where I feel like watching more TV or just being outside more or just doing whatever I'm doing. And a little less gaming is never a bad thing, but I'm not giving up on it completely by any means. No way. Absolutely not. But I do feel like, 36 hours on this game, I felt like there should have been more. Like, considering how much content there is, I feel like I probably got another 3 or 4 hours out of the game before I'm finished all the races and finish all that. But like I said, every race is replayable. I didn't win every race, so I can go back and try and win all the races and do all that. But other than that, there's just racing, PR stunts, story mode shit. There's a lot. There's tons to do. I'm not complaining, but I felt like there should have been a little bit more, like considering how much there is. I felt like my hour count would have been higher, but it is where it is. So overall, I'll give the game a 9 out of 10. Is a 9 too high? No, I think a 9 is good. Like, I don't like the complaints that I have are pretty minute. They're not like breaking the game by any means. They just didn't really add enough to this game to make it like, I don't know if it is probably worth a full price purchase if you're big into racing games and you love them. It was on Game Pass for me, so I could just play it on Game Pass. Absolutely worth your time there, but to plop down a full price for this game, you might want to wait for a little sale. Like, it's never a bad idea to get 20-25% off a game. Like, it's going to go down in price at some point. Probably already been on sale. Knowing games, they go on sale all the time. So anyway, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I think it's an amazing video game. Excellent. And the soundtrack's probably my favorite thing about it, aside from like driving cars, of course. But that soundtrack is goated. And there we go, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. You're amazing, especially if you listened to all 200 of these episodes. I just did episode 200 last week, so that was a big milestone for the podcast. In terms of what else we got going on with the podcast, I got a couple of episodes lined up here, games that age like milk, and more of the most wanted sequels. So I got a couple of more of those to do, and your suggestions are always welcome. Let me know. Is there a game you would like me to talk about? A gaming topic you would like me to talk about? The homie Jesse suggested that I talk about Steam games. So talk about my Steam experience so far and how I've been liking PC gaming in 2026 since I've been away from it for over a decade. Like, I haven't been PC gaming in a long time. So maybe I'll discuss, do a little talking about Steam and talk about games I would like to play and so on and so forth. So maybe that'll be an episode. I also have an episode called The Forgotten, which is I was going to go through my entire collection and pick out all the games that I have not played yet and try and figure out why I didn't play them, why I picked them up in the first place, and just, they're the forgotten. They're the games in my collection that I just never got to or never will get to, and stuff like that. So that's an episode I've been working on for a little while now, or an idea that I've had for a while. I haven't actually started working on it yet. So there is that. So there is more episodes along the way. And thank you everyone so much for listening. Go check out the YouTube channel, GamerGX Videos. I upload a video of my cats there every single day. So you can go check out my cats, check out my pussies, and see how cute they are, because they're absolutely adorable, and I love them so much. That's why I put videos up there every day of them, because they're just so darn cute. And the link will be in the description. And yeah, so there we go, everybody. Thank you again so much for listening. Be back again with some GX Podcast.